And then he turned to me and he's like, "This is your wife?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's my daughter over there. You want to trade her for a night?" And I went, "What?"
Houston, we have a problem.
Hello, everyone. I'm Josh.
And I'm Katie, and we're Fresh Breath.
We're the Band in the Van. This is the Band in the Van podcast. If this is your first time stopping by here, we do 15-minute episodes while we're on the road playing music wherever we are, but it's in the van. So this week we talk about getting out of the van for a bit. We talk about
shit people say to our faces.
Yeah, some stuff people say to our faces. And we get into reality versus the old internet world, and we're going to get to it. So
yeah, so let's get to it.
Band in the Van podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Episode 28, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's get that 15-minute timer going.
Bam.
So this week has been very eventful. We spent a little bit of time out of the van because there was 100-kilometer-an-hour winds, which is 60 miles an hour for our American friends.
The polar vortex reached us here.
Yeah.
We were laughing. We're like, we drove 25 hours south of Canada, and it's... At one point,
freezing.
I was like, I think it's snowing. It was like little...
Yeah.
It was fucking snow.
There was snow. There was snow in Austin
For a
and
little
snow
tiny
in
bit.
Houston. And it got down to like freezing here, 0 or 32 degrees Fahrenheit, again, for our American friends. And yeah, so we decided to get a hotel room for the night.
Yeah, we woke up like early the day of the storm, and the van was just getting pushed around in the wind, and it was cold, and we're like, this is going to be a long day.
Yeah, so we decided to get a hotel room, which was a good call. We got to watch some TV. We got to let the dog stretch out a little bit, and it was good. We're staying warm and we're staying safe, just in case you guys were wondering.
It was basically, 24 hours of that?
24
and then
hours.
the sun came out, and it was like plus 15, so
Yeah.
about 60 degrees. And then it's kind of gone to shit today again. But it's creeping back towards warmer weather.
It is.
I feel
Well,
like.
last week, we have to talk about this. We witnessed the SpaceX launch. If you follow us on social media, you probably caught that in real time.
Yeah.
But we have some cool video. I will drop it in some probably right now.
And
but
here you
yes, and here you are. But yeah, very, very cool. The weather was great that day. We got to watch it from like a secluded parking lot where it was just Katie and I just having a beer and watching the rocket go off. Very, very neat.
That is neat.
Yeah, there was quite a buzz around the very
cool.
Very cool.
It's very cool.
Okay, Katie. Anyway, so yeah, that was an awesome experience.
Yeah, we last year, sorry, I'm cutting you off. I know.
You're fine.
Last year, we were here for one of the launches, but we were still sleeping. It was at like 7 a.m. and it woke us up, so we kind of missed it.
Yeah.
So I was excited that it was happening at like 4 o'clock, and we were actually off and able to check it out, and it was freaking cool. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Very cool.
Very cool.
The dog was not as thrilled about it as we were. She did really good for the takeoff and like the rumbling, because it sounds like firecrackers. Like it's just like pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
But when it comes back down to earth, apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know much about this, but apparently it breaks the speed of sound on the way down because it's falling with the speed of gravity. So on the way down, it actually breaks the sound barrier before the like boosters light up again and slow it down, and so that sound, the sonic boom that comes after that,
We
scared
jumped
the
'cause we were
bejesus
like,
out of us.
We thought it was done, and then all of a sudden it's like coming back down the sky
So
super fast. And then it was
fast.
like, bam!
Did you capture that? I think you did.
Yeah, I did, and it kind of like flares.
I'll try and I'll put that in too. Like you can see how fast it's coming down. It's the magic of editing.
There you go.
Yes, so that was very cool. If you ever get a chance to come down and see one of those things, you have to give yourself like a week window because it gets pushed
back
all the
and-
time. Yeah.
yeah.
But
There's a lot of people here that were like, here for it on Monday. And then it didn't happen until Thursday. So it's like a lot of people leave and they can't stay for 4 more days and whatever. So
yeah.
But
yeah, so that was lucky. We caught that. Another lucky thing is we've had very minimal shows canceled due to weather. We've been able to play inside at a couple of them, and then we've missed out on a few, but there's not much you can do about that.
Yeah, I mean, it is still winter here. Like, this is their winter, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes, and a lot of the gigs that we do, they tell you up front, it's like weather pending. So
yeah,
it is what it is. But I'm sure we'll make up for lots of it in the time coming. So
Katie and I have been having a lot of fun, as you could tell in the last podcast. Chug. We like to go out and socialize.
We like to,
Yeah. And during our sets, we like to talk to crowds and find out what they're thinking. And this brings us to a new segment called Shit
People
Say
to
Our
Faces.
It's interesting what people will just say to you for the reason that they believe it's okay for them to say it to you. So we're going to start with Katie.
Okay, so I think I've told some of you this before, but last year I have to start off with this one because it's like the best one. We played at this like RV resort, and it was a big, huge hall, probably 300 people or
300
something.
people, and it was packed.
And it was Valentine's Day, and we were like, okay, we're not really a dance, but we're a show, like just tell people to show.
Play love songs.
So people obviously showed up wanting to dance, and then there was this lady that came up to right in front of me and was like, pick it up, we're falling asleep. And I was just like biting my tongue and closing my eyes and trying to make her go away, and I'm like, she's not going away.
Yeah, we were very nice to her, and then we finished the show and we did well, but like some people didn't understand that it wasn't a dance, it was supposed to be a show.
And I get it. Some people are just they go to bands because they want to dance, especially like the senior groups or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a specific thing, right?
Yeah,
it's a different thing.
So pick it up, we're falling asleep here. It's the first thing that is on the list. Now, that same show, there's another lady that came up to me after the show, and she goes, have you met Jesus? And I'm like, well, not yet. And she's like, he's pretty cool. And I'm like, okay. And she was like, that lady that came up and said that to your wife, she's the devil. And I was just like, oh my God. So then we ended up having a conversation about spirituality and religion and stuff, and very nice lady. But I've never...
Like, well, if you haven't found Jesus, he's pretty cool.
He's pretty cool.
All right.
It's very cool.
Yeah, I'm like, Jesus is just all right with me. You know, that's a Doobie Brothers song. So,
oh my gosh.
That's number 2.
Okay, and then this week we were at a bar, and I don't know, was it late? Was it maybe 11-ish? 10?
It feels late sometimes, but it's only like 9:30.
But anyways, we're standing there, and this older man is sitting, and he's talking to us, and he looked over at me, and he said something like, what are you doing in this bar? You should probably go off and be Miss America somewhere or something.
Yeah.
And then he realized
that same dude.
Josh was there, was my husband, and then...
So, go off and be Miss America somewhere. Something he just said to our face. And then he turned to me and he's like, this is your wife? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, that's my daughter over there. You want to trade her for a night? And I went, what?
Houston, we have a problem.
Are you talking about? And then because I had had a couple of drinks and I thought it was hilarious, I said, let me get a look at her. And he's like, okay. And he calls her over, and then I apologized immediately to her, and I explained the situation, and she just laughed because her dad apparently...
She was like, oh yeah,
he says stuff like that.
Oh,
and I'm like,
God.
oh, it got us out of a very awkward and weird situation.
I'm like, oh, you should probably not go to bars with your dad. Like,
yeah, especially if he's saying stuff like that, could get you in a lot of trouble.
Maybe they do that. I don't know, but it got really weird. We're like, we gotta go. We're getting out of here.
Yeah, we gotta go.
We made a list of the things that shit people say.
We don't usually, it's usually all off the cuff, but we had to make a list.
It's always just like, it's so random, and it can be like the worst thing and then the best thing. Like this guy sitting at the bar again after we had played a set, he looked at me and he was like, hey, I gotta talk to you about your set. And I was like, oh God, here we go. and then he looked at me and he said, you know what I saw on stage? I saw Peter Frampton and Carrie Underwood. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, you guys are great. And I was like, oh, phew.
That's a unique.
Like it could go either way.
That's
with
a unique
serious,
compliment, though, because we I don't know. It's you got to take compliments with a grain of salt, the same way that you take criticism with a grain of salt, because everybody's opinion is their own opinion. But we've had many a compliment down here, so we don't mean to like dwell on the funny, ridiculous stuff that people
but
said.
it's just
But
so
that was a
funny.
very cool compliment that we got, because I've never been referred to as Peter Frampton.
And then, this isn't the first time, but a couple days ago on the island, this guy was like, "So, what are you guys, brother and sister or something?"
And I'm like, yeah, living in a van, sleeping in the same bed.
And then
He's like, so what do you?
We're married to each other? I'm like,
Yeah.
what aren't you getting?
No, he at first asked us, he's like, so I see the wedding bands. Are you married to other people? And I'm like, still weird. I'm like, if we were married to other people and living in the van together, like,
I don't
why?
know. I guess that's the thing.
The
There's people
band
that
thing?
do.
I guess.
But maybe not stay in the van together.
That would be very
That's-
suspicious. If you were just like, I'm heading out on tour with another dude.
Yeah.
We're just going to sleep in a double bed in the van. I don't know.
I mean, it happens, I'm sure.
I suppose.
Yeah.
It's not my cup of tea, let's just say.
But I mean, the brother and sister thing always makes me laugh. It's
Yeah.
like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. It would be weird. Again,
They
like
had some
just,
sort of connection.
yeah, I think it's like, is it the reclaws in the Canadian country music scene are brother and sister? And but like you can tell, like their face shape and everything. Like I don't think we look like brother and sister. I don't know.
No, please God. No.
I hope there's no some weird like ancestry.com that comes through and is like, actually you guys are first cousins and good thing we didn't have kids.
Oh my God.
Touch wood.
This is taking a turn.
This is getting dark. This is getting dark. People.
The other thing that people always feel like they need to say to Josh, or they always say is, wow, that's a really beautiful guitar.
Love that.
He's the best. Love it.
Love really pretty guitar.
Really pretty guitar. I want to like scuff it up really bad so people stop
I'm
saying
like, that's
that.
what you get for getting a flashy guitar. That's
I
all
love
people-
that guitar, and it is a beautiful guitar. But it's like I don't know how to take that compliment. It's like it's a beautiful guitar, but
Guitar's great, but you're
but you're not.
like,
Or
yeah.
like the guitar is beautiful, but you're playing so. You know, so that's why
like-
you let them. And you just take it with a grain of salt and be like, it is a beautiful guitar. Thank you for noticing.
Yes.
And also, I learned how to play it a while ago. And like,
If you bought this guitar, it would just be sitting there and it wouldn't be playing.
that's what I said
so-
on stage yesterday. I was like, so this guitar is very pretty and they do sell them in the stores. So like, if you can go get one.
Ouch. Sore spot.
No, it's okay. I got,
Yeah, so
got thick skin.
this has been an episode of
what? Oh, sorry. Shit.
people
Say
two
hour.
faces.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, there's no edits here. We're doing this all on the fly. Yeah, so now we're stuck in the van. We've got a few more gigs this week. The weather has kind of taken a turn again. I'm glad that none of our family's coming down to visit in January
during
because
this weather.
the weather's been like hit and miss.
January
It's
is
been
not great to come
yeah.
down here.
It's definitely hit and miss, but we're making the best of it. We're staying warm. We're staying healthy. What else we got going on? Should we do celebrity outings? Just a quick one?
Celebrity outings.
All right. We're going to do an episode of celebrity outings now, too.
Welcome back to Celebrity
Outings.
We only have 3 minutes.
We have 3 minutes? Okay.
Well, we're
maybe-
going to bring that back because we've been trying to think about what we used to do. We used to have segments and stuff. And,
Yeah.
We've been lazy podcasters, I guess.
Yeah, not lazy, just busy. But I don't know. We used to do the segment of what grinds my gears,
Yeah.
but we called it something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We
We're
should
gonna have to look into
We
this.
should really prepare more.
We just keep
for
writing new
these.
segments.
We do. That's fine. I like
Yeah.
I like that last one, and we'll keep doing it too because people keep saying stuff to us. But like I said in the last episode, we're so grateful to be here. Everybody is so kind and so nice, even with the crazy news. Let's just call it the news cycle that is going on right now. Everybody's still kind and generous and very cordial to each other in real life.
Yeah.
So I guess in that we're just saying, stay living in the real world.
Yeah, like Yes.
You know, like, although I say that and we're talking to a camera on a podcast,
Right.
but
if you have a friend or someone that you know that, say for example, is posting stuff on social media that you disagree with, just remember that in real life, you probably wouldn't have that conversation with them. And I don't know, just base your feelings off of the people in your lives and the things you're doing off of reality and not off of social media, because it's just a really hard time to navigate that stuff.
Yeah.
And we've found that it's better to just base your feelings off of your peers and your reality of
And
your
the people-
relationship,
yeah, and
not
the
your
people you're
social media
around.
relationships.
And if people treat you in person the way that people treat other people on the internet, then you shouldn't be hanging around with that person anyways. So that being said, like, try and stay in reality. We try and give you this virtual
As
world
much
of us.
as we need to use social media,
Yeah.
and it's such a great tool for bands and podcasters and whoever, creators,
businesses, anything.
you can't
right?
really deny it. But
Advertisers.
it's hard to navigate right now, and there's a lot of shit going on, and
Yeah.
we're just we're just trying to kind of dip our toes in a little bit, and then also try and stay present in our day-to-day life. And our day-to-day life right now in Texas has been fantastic.
Fantastic. Everybody's so nice. And if the
We've
weather,
been making friends, and we've
if the
been
weather would just smarten up, we'd be doing just okay.
soon enough.
Yeah,
enough.
I
And
think
I
it's
know a lot
coming.
of you Canadians are friends and family watching too. You're like, it's frigid here.
Yeah, it's like negative 30, so I'm not upset. We're in the van. The heat isn't
Yeah,
on.
so
It's
I mean,
fine.
I don't miss that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I do wish you guys some warmth too, and hope the
Yeah.
weather turns around soon, because you know it will.
It will.
Yeah,
So 3, 2, 1.
counting it down.
All right, we got through that one, guys. Tune in next week when we talk about more shenanigans, and we'll see you then.
Yeah, we'll see you then.